Yeah, good, thank you. Is this meant to be on it? Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, you okay?
Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah.
Just sum up what it's been like in the camp so far, Kieffer, and just what the atmosphere is like.
Yeah, it's really good, yeah. Obviously, we're all eager to get going and play the games now, and obviously the massive one on the 5th. The atmosphere is really good, yeah. Training's very intense, everyone's, giving their all, and yeah, everyone's at it.
You had a really good end to the season. You hit some goal-scoring form, but you've got to win a place back now, haven't you, in this Wales side?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. I'm making no allusion to that, and to be honest, I haven't really played a lot of football anyway. So, we've got the game coming up on the 1st and obviously the 5th. So, if I can get some, minutes in the 1st and to just give me that bit more in the tank, I think that'd be putting me in great stead on the 5th.
How much of how much is everything concentrated on the 5th, and is the first a bonus or a bit of a hindrance, unwanted?
We can use it to our advantage. We can get everything out of it, really. It gives us minutes, it gives us, we're back together, it gives us a game before the big game. So yeah, I see it more as a positive than anything.
And obviously a lot of attention in Wales, it is about the 5th. Mm-hmm. Do you have a preference on who you want to play? And if it came to penalties, are you up for it?
I have no preference on who we want to play personally, and yeah, of course I'll put my name in to take a penalty, definitely.
Last one from me. I mean, the magnitude of the game. Danny Ward said we don't need to talk about it. We know how big it is. In your mind, the journey you've had, what would it mean to you to reach a World Cup finals?
Mean everything. This is, playing at a World Cup is the pinnacle of football. If I can do that in the same year as playing Premier League football, then it's an amazing achievement, and it really would be a pinch myself moment.
All the best. Hope you get that.
Thank you.
Jeff Lawrence Moore from TalkSport.
Hi Kieffer, how you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, very decent, thank you, mate. First of all, congratulations on the engagement.
Thank you.
Wonderful news.
Cheers, thank you.
Yeah, take us through it. What was the decision, and where did it all take place?
It happened in Dubai. And it's been a long time coming. Obviously, COVID and the Euros. I've been meaning to do it sooner, but this felt like the right time and the right moment.
Well, listen, Premier League football engagement as well. You must be sort of on cloud 9 at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, things are going well.
Nice one. We were chatting to Rob Page, and he was saying that you're looking in great shape. And although you probably wouldn't have wanted that break, but that injury break, has that left you in a really sort of strong place at the moment? Yeah,
I think it has, definitely, physically and mentally. I've played nowhere near as much football as I've wanted to this season due to my injury, and it was a tough road getting back with the rehab and everything I had to overcome with that. But yeah, obviously, I think you can maybe tell in the last 4 games I played for Bournemouth how much it meant to me to be back out there, and I enjoyed every second, scoring all the goals, and eventually we got promoted to the Premier League, so it's been amazing.
Yeah, I was there at Swansea when you came on and sort of battered them into submission, if you like. I know it's probably not a role you like in terms of being a substitute, but you can be a real impact in that sort of situation.
Yeah, and I think that was the main thing for me. I knew, obviously, coming back from the injury I had, I'm not going to start games straight away. But to have the impact I knew I could make in that team was amazing, and it took a lot of hard work to get me to that point physically as well. So.
And then just finally for me, in terms of, I know Rob touched on it in terms of qualifying for a World Cup, but you've got to go through that process of playing on the 1st and then the 5th. Have you already sort of thought about the 5th and which potential opponents that you would have that sort of that evening?
No, I wouldn't say not necessarily. It's a tough one because you're trying to prepare for a game who you don't know who you're playing. So I think until that game's played and we know our opponent, I think then we can really, knuckle down and concentrate on all the aspects of what we want to get, out the game and what we're going to exploit and, those kind of like variables. But until that happens, then I don't think we can kind of prepare for that in that way.
So obviously, I guess the Scottish guys that you know well, and it's a very British kind of almost cup tie, if that's the case.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I think if it was to be Scotland, it'd be some atmosphere.
Great stuff. Cheers, Kieffer.
Thank you.
Joe Lawrence. Tommy Lewis from North Wales Live.
Yeah. Hi, Kieffer, you okay?
Yeah, good. Thank you. How are you?
Good. Yeah, not bad. Thanks. Not bad. Just further from what the two guys were saying there, are you feeling 100% going into these games? Obviously, you've had that layoff, but you've been in good form for Bournemouth.
Yeah, I feel really good. Yeah, like I said, I think the break has helped me. Get rid of a lot of niggles I was dealing with throughout the season, and feeling great form, and loving my football at the minute.
Great stuff. I just wanted to ask you, do you adapt your game slightly for international level? We've all seen it. I mean, referees can be quite harsh on you sometimes. Does that mean you have to change your game slightly when you play for Wales to when you play for your club? Yeah,
I think I do. Yeah, obviously, being at the Euros and being only like a yellow card away from missing one of the games was hard. But I think it's all about adapting, and I have learnt to use my physicality in different ways.
Yeah, and just changing the subject slightly now. Obviously, I cover Wrexham as well. There's a couple of players who have got ambitions to play for Wales in the future. You've trod that path from non-league. I just wondering, what sort of advice would you give to other players at that level who want to? Obviously, you're the main part of this Wales squad now. You've come a long way. So, what sort of advice would you give to those sort of players?
I think the main thing is believe in what you're doing, and I think for me it was all about work ethic. I think if you have an undying work ethic and a drive to know where you're going, I think that's the main thing. Giving everything for what you want and not being prepared to take no for an answer.
Great stuff. Just finally from me, Kieffer, if you don't mind. Your grandfather came from Llanrug, Caernarfon area. I'm just wondering, the Cobbies and the Gwynedd lads, they've all claimed you as one of their own. Do you ever get back to that sort of area? Do you have a lot of other links to that area at all?
Nah, I don't, to be fair. And I haven't been back for maybe 6-7 years now, but I think, it's definitely on the cards to go back at some point.
Great stuff. Cheers, Kieffer.
Nice one, thank you.
Joe Tommy, Graham Thomas.
Hi, Kieffer.
Okay.
Just talking about that idea of your journey to where you are now, what would you say is the most distant point you were from being a Premier League footballer who was one game away from going to World Cup finals? What's the polar opposite of that position for you?
I think for me, the polar opposite was coming back from Norway. So when I had the stint in Norway playing for Viking, where I come back to sign for Forest Green, I think before that point I was thinking I don't really know where I go from here. I knew I had to go to, a team where I had to, shine, and I think for me personally, going away and not experiencing great times and being away from my family, it relit a fire in my belly, wanting to to get everything out of football.
And was that something internal to you that made you believe I'm a long way from where I want to be, where I could be one day? What was it inside you that made you think I can do this?
I've always had that faith and confidence in myself to be what I've got to now. But I think it was obviously coming back. I think I felt obviously I had a chance in the EFL, started in the Championship, then played in League One, then went to Norway, then found myself back out the Football League. And I think at that point I felt like I still had a chance, you know, let it be maybe it was going to be a second chance, but if I was to get that second chance again, I wouldn't let it slip like I did the first time.
And guys who are in non-league who maybe have the talent that you have, but perhaps haven't got the mental application, what would you say to them?
I think precisely that. Work on that side. I've done a lot of sides where, you know, I've read countless books. I've studied mental approaches. I studied a lot on that side to improve myself in that way, and I think that's helped me a hell of a lot. So I think, you know, to improve the mental side of your game more than anything, and the mental side of your being is even more important.
Thanks, Kieffer. Hope it goes well.
Thank you.
Joe Graham, Phil Carlton from the Sun.
Hi Kieffer, hope you're well.
Yeah, good, thank you.
You touched on it before there, you've won promotion, you've got engaged. Would reaching the World Cup finals sound like a nice hat trick for you?
Yeah, it sounds perfect if you ask me.
You've had the feeling in the last month of scoring a goal for a club to take them into the Premier League. Does that make you start dreaming of scoring a winner to take your country to the World Cup?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you know, I'm very, very lucky to play in this game. Obviously, I got injured for the first one, and then, you know, obviously, unforeseen things happened, and but I'm thankfully got the chance now to play in this game and to play my part, which I'm very happy about. And yeah, if you know, scoring the goal that takes your nation to the World Cup is what everyone's dreaming of.
Yeah, and just finally, you played and scored at the Euros last summer.
Yep.
Had a taster of what a majors tournament's like. Is that a driving factor to try and get back to the big time again? Yeah,
1000%. Yeah, I mean, that whole experience was amazing, and you know, one will never forget. And it's, I think, with the same group of lads, you know, maybe with a new couple of faces, but we all want to taste that again. And you know, for it to be a World Cup would be something special. Obviously, having not qualified since 1958, I think it is.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Kieffer Moore from Westmoreland.
Hi Kieffer, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. How are you?
Good man, yeah, very good, thank you. Just wanted to ask you about David Brooks. We saw your celebrations with him after the promotion. It was wonderful stuff with the Wales flag and that as well. What's he been like in the last few months after, you know, let's be honest, it's been great news after his diagnosis? Yeah,
he's been really good. Yeah, he's been in good spirits. I think he just wants to, you know, be amongst the lads and get back at it now. Obviously, after such great news, it was perfect for him, you know, to see us get promoted, and you know, even give him something to drive for as well. Obviously, playing in the Premier League, and then when we qualify for a World Cup. So yeah, he's in really good form.
Great use of the word when, not if there, Kieffer.
Yeah.
But yeah, on David specifically as well, do you think he's the player that could light up the Premier League? You know, fingers crossed if you can get fully fit again on the pitch.
Sorry, mate. Say that one more time.
Do you hope that David is a player that could get fully fit and hopefully light up the Premier League as soon as he is back on the training ground and playing full tilt? Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, I mean, we all know Brooksy's, you know, experience and his approach to the game is amazing, and we miss him in the team. We miss him around. So yeah, when he can get back fit, he'd bring, you know, great application to the Premier League and to our team now.
Top man, thanks Kieffer.
Thank you. Cheers.
And finally, Robert Matthew from Scottish Sun.
Thank you. Hi, Kieffer.
Hi, okay.
I know you've had plenty going on at club level, but have you had a chance to talk about a potential Wales-Scotland game with Ryan Christie? And how close are you guys, and how much of a threat do you think you'll be if you do end up playing against each other? So we've talked about it, whilst being at Bournemouth, and
we met up on holiday as well in Dubai, which was nice. But no. Did you say he would be the threat, or I would be the threat, or how much of a threat?
How much of a threat do you think he would be if it is you guys that play each other?
Yeah, of course. Make no illusion, it'd be a tough game. Scotland are no mugs. They're a great team, full of great individuals. So I think it would be a tough game, but a game that we would relish.
And Ryan's, how do you feel he's adapted to playing with you guys since moving down from up here?
Yeah, I think Ryan's been amazing this season. He's been an integral part of our team. Some of the performances he's put in over the course of the season have been amazing, and he's such a good character as well, and he's a lovely lad.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Brilliant, thanks everyone. I think that's it with Kieffer now, so it'll be a few more minutes and we'll bring Ruben in, who'll be doing the Welsh language content then. Diolch.
Thanks, Rob. Thank you.
Done.